sorry about the wait there. Sorry about the switching of the screens. I'm going to go ahead and try to fix that. Sorry, it's a little noisy here. I'm out in public. We did this live stream actually earlier, and well, it was too soft as far as the mic goes. So if you have any problems hearing the mic, just let me know, and we'll get it fixed. I'm trying to make these live streams more interesting with 2 different camera angles. Let's go ahead and fix this one actually. Switch it back over. And, oops. All right. Just see how it goes. So we're talking about imposter syndrome as far as web development goes. And, it's something that we all deal with, especially kind of how it's like the Wild West. And so it's a little bit, it's a little bit hard to talk about when you're studying by yourself. So that's what we're going to do. When I started learning web development, no one really told me like, hey, you should do this, or yeah, it's a successful job market. It was more of like, what are you doing? How can you do this? Don't you have to go to school and get a CS degree, or a computer science degree? And while those things, while those things can be true, try one more time. Sorry, guys. Stop. Thanks for sticking with me there. Sorry about those technical issues. So today we're talking about imposter syndrome with web development, and when you're studying that, how to deal with it. So before I became a full-fledged web developer, no one told me about, this is what you should be doing, or you can definitely do that as a successful career. Instead, I heard, like, why would you be doing that, and are you really that way? And I had those thoughts myself. So, it's really hard to deal with that, especially when you're learning on your own. And we're going to talk about what issues you have with it. If you have any questions about how to overcome that, and I'm going to share my experiences with you as well. And so that's what we're here to do today. And we've had some technical difficulties because this is like the third time that I've tried this today. So we're gonna figure it out. But these live streams are always super hard to do because you got to take care of the audio, and that's what was a problem before, was that the audio was too low. So if the audio is too low, just let me know. And you gotta do the video as well, and then actually talk about it. So I apologize about having those issues, but going forward, we're going to make this live stream thing a lot better than it used to be. Let's go ahead and adjust this. Actually, let's go ahead and adjust this right here, bring it down just a little bit. All right, there we go. And so we're going to make this better every time. It just takes practice, like web development. So I'm still learning how to do live streams. It's tough, but it's not the end of the world. And each time I come, I had to deal with some of these mistakes and errors, I learn a little bit more. So thanks for your patience, and we'll go forward from here. But let's go ahead and start at the beginning about imposter syndrome. So the reason why I picked this topic was because I'm in the React Nanodegree development program, and when it came time to start the program, or when it came time to start the project a couple weeks ago, I looked at it and I was like, oh man, this was a mistake. Why did I choose this? Why did I start doing this? Am I even like a real web developer? How can I even like go about this? But what I did was just go through the material again, and then look on Slack and Stack Overflow everywhere I could, and that helped me realize, like, you know what, you can do this. You're not an imposter. You're not, a fraud. But what it really came down to is just being prepared. So for me, whenever I feel like, oh, I'm not a real web developer, or I don't know how to really do this, I just have to know my stuff. And so you can do that by studying up, whether it be with books or online courses, whatever you need to do to feel more prepared. So when I talk to someone, I can actually explain it. A lot of people have said that if you can't explain something simply to someone else, then you don't understand it well enough. And I believe that's totally true with web development or with anything. And so really just having some knowledge about it is what matters. And then building functional projects or functional applications is the next thing. So that's what I would do. But that's a general overview. We can get into specifics or things that actually are concerning to me. So we'll start early. We'll start soon. So thanks for watching so far. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section. I always like to go ahead and answer those. That's why we do these live streams. So just let me know. What's up? Hey, AK47. How you doing, man? Where are you from? Or lady? I don't know. I shouldn't make assumptions. So yeah, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, where are you? Where are you from, man? Hey, what's up, man? It's Neil, right? Neil? Dude. AK47 says dude. Dude. Arizona. I was just at Arizona. Yuma. I went to go to Yuma. It is hot and dry there. So thanks for tuning in. Neil, you're from, is it from India? Or was it Pakistan? I can't remember where you're from. I'll wait for you guys to get back on those responses. And bro, it's hot. Yes, it is very hot over there. I agree. It's super hot. So yeah, so what we were talking about is imposter syndrome. And so the way that I deal with it is just get prepared and go through all my online courses. But then you just have to really understand that you are a professional, or you're going to be a professional. So the way that you get there is act like one. Even if you're not one yet, you need to be in that professional mindset where people are counting on you. So when I'm like applying, say like you're applying for a job, you need to go apply for that job like you deserve it, even if you don't. And then if you don't get the job, which is going to happen more often than not, I would recommend you talk to that recruiter or that hiring manager and just ask what you could have done differently or why they didn't choose you, and not be overly aggressive, but explain that I need to be better. I would like to improve so that one day I can be a worthy candidate for you. Yes, so you're from India, Neil. Nice to know. Now, just to let you know, we're at a local coffee shop. I always do that, so there are some people and there are some cars going by, so I apologize about the noise, but that happens. How's the mic? Is it loud enough? Is it too loud? Oh, let me go ahead and adjust this camera right here, actually. There we go. Your mic is good. Cool. Yeah. I do live stream. I do it about every Sunday, actually. And I usually do it in the morning at 9. And I did it in the morning at 9, but the mic was too quiet, so I did it again. I just started, and then I had to do it again. So I apologize. At the beginning of this live stream, I just told you, hey, I'm learning how to do live stream, and it's a pain, but we're getting better at it. I want to make sure it's part of the regular content that I push out. It is a little bit hard. It's kind of like a trade-off. It's easier in the fact that you do it live, you're done, no editing. Just put some tags in there later. It's harder because it's live. I have to take care of the video and the transition. So if I want to transition, just like that, I have to hit the keys on the keyboard. I have to make sure that the mic's right. I have to make sure that the desktop audio works at the same time. So it's a little bit harder that way. Let's see what we got here. Sorry about the wait here, guys. Just pulling up the pop-up menu. So, does anyone have any questions so far about web development, imposter syndrome, or any stories that they'd like to share? So Neil says, make a video on getting a job as a fresher, like as a new person. Neil says, I would, but I've only had one job as a web developer. So even though I've done it, I don't think I'm highly qualified yet to give you a reason or to give you like how can I say this? To give you advice. Because I've only done it once. I mean, once is enough, but before I put that out there and tell you like what to do, I think that I should probably know what I'm talking about and have more than just one job underneath my belt. But that's a good, that's a good topic. What other topics would you guys like to hear about? Well, it looks like we are at 0 watching right now. That's great. Just admit that over camera. Well, happens. But we're going to keep this going. So if you have imposter syndrome, study up, make projects, and carry yourself as a professional. Those are my suggestions for you. Going forward, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. And you can always message me if it's something, kind of private. But I really like to keep the comments going. I do apologize about the live stream and how it's been so far. But looks like we got someone back here. I think a good topic is what projects to put in a resume because I have no experience too. All right. So what type of topics? What type of projects to put in a web app? Well, if you're going to do like front-end web development, I would say you got to have at least like an HTML, CSS website at the very least with Bootstrap, but you should have some functionality with jQuery. The three core fundamentals are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, what I advocate, and a lot of people disagree with, is graphic design. If you can do graphic design, then you're going to be, different, above people. And I didn't know it was something that was quote unquote like special, but learning how to go through the Photoshop layers and learning how to make an actual mock-up without having to put in code is really super useful. You can really cut down a ton of time by doing that and then just translating it. Some people are really going to just do it all in the browser, which is kind of, that's kind of scary to me. But I would do that. I would also do something with like API requests, just basically taking something from like some data from like the cloud, or say like a YouTube API, or what was one I did? Flickr is what I used for the Udacity Nanodegree, and put that in a project to show that you know how to pull information. I got burned so many. AK47 says I got burned so many times trying to do freelancing with scammers and cheap guys. I can't say that on the live stream, but I totally understand that you need to learn. Yeah, you can get burned a lot, but you should go in the mindset with doing something for free and doing something that you care about. Because if you do something for a business that's free and you care about the actual stuff that you're doing, it's not going to matter, and you're going to put out quality work because you care about it. And you can put that in your portfolio because it's for a real business who put it on like the real website, or out in the open to gain customers or gain money. And so that's what I would do. I would not try to find payment or freelance first. I would try to just make a quality product, whether it be for free or not. You need a quality product, and I did that a ton with social media. Whoops. Sorry about the profanity. I totally feel it. I mean, I can do that too, but this is for me, this is my professional channel. So, sometimes I swear a little bit, but try to keep it kind of PC. So anything about that. So like a Netflix clone, you could do a Netflix clone. That would be definitely something you could do if you have Netflix API, and you can go ahead and access that. And it's going to be tough, dude. I'm not going to lie. It's super tough when you get started, but if you have the right mindset, you'll find the resources to do that. And sometimes it's done with what's the backend that people use all the time? I know what it is. It's just PHP. Sometimes it will be PHP. I use Node.js for stuff, but sometimes it doesn't quite fit right with what you want to do. But if it's in JSON, you can usually get away with like Ajax or something like that. But sometimes what I mean to say is like the documentation doesn't have that, and that's kind of a bummer. So no, you can go ahead and ask your questions here if you'd like, because everyone has these kind of issues. So, and this still pertains to the topic about if you have any questions. Well, that's all we're going to do that's all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning in. Dealing with the live stream is always a beast. So I appreciate you talking about it, sticking by with me here and dealing with the technical issues. And every single day, or every single live stream is getting better and better, at least in my opinion. And pretty soon we're going to have a pretty nice live stream here, so we don't have to deal with any of these hiccups. But that's just part of it. Sometimes you have to just get the experience by doing it. So again, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for asking your questions. To summarize, imposter syndrome for me: study, know your stuff, and then make projects and carry yourself as a professional. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I know I've said that already multiple times, but go ahead and do that. Or you can message me through YouTube or connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll see what I can do for you. I am very busy, but I will do my best to answer your questions. So I will have another video out next week on like an overview of Pluralsight, which will be really cool. And it's already scheduled. It's already ready to go out. So look for it. It's going to go out on Tuesday, and our next live stream is going to be on Sunday, and it's an Ask Me Anything. And it's going to be pretty cool because I'm going to do it with people actually here in Idaho Falls. So we're going to have a live audience, and then we're going to have you guys. with the online audience. So if you're seeing this later and you want to be part of it, just go ahead and go live. It's going to be at like 9 a.m. at Mountain Time, which is my time. So you'll have to figure it out yourself how that goes. Okay, well, no more talking. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.